I like that they went for it, but I'm just wondering, did they go too far to the point that people won't take their company seriously? We are looking at the PostHog website today. So this is their marketing website. It's kind of like an operating system in a marketing website. It's a lot to take in. This isn't my first time on the website, so I've kind of digested a little bit, but on your first time, it's a lot to take in. And I kind of like it because they went for it. So many companies are afraid of going for it. They don't want to scare people away, but in reality, the only person that you need to not scare away, the only person you need to attract is your target customer. And their target customers are product engineers. So the question is this too much for a product engineer? So let's look through the website just a little bit. And so you got a bunch of different pages that you can click into, and you can open up a bunch of different pages at the same time. And if you want to close one, you can close one and then go back to another one. And it's an interesting way to organize different pages. I don't know if I like it. What I really like is that they went for this retro branding style, almost like it's like an early 2000s style mixed with modern design layouts in a way. And so I kind of like that it's distinct and it's not like anyone else, but also at the same time, it's a little bit difficult to find things and to just organize it in my brain because I'm a little bit confused in terms of the nav bar up here, what to expect versus these pages. Like, are they different? Are they going to open up pages? Are they going to open up tabs? Are they all going to open up these like folders or browser files, whatever you want to call them? And so there's parts of this that I really, really like and parts of it that I'm not sure about. In reality, the only metric that matters is revenue or profit or whatever metric you're trying to achieve from your website. That's what matters. What matters is not what I say or what some other designers say. What matters is how the website's actually performing. And so they're the only ones who can know the answer to that. The other thing about a website like this is there's a natural virality to it because it's so different and it's not like a lot of other websites. It's naturally going to have a lot of people coming to it. That's not necessarily a good thing because you really only want product engineers coming to the website because they're going to be the ones purchasing, but having all that viewership oftentimes doesn't hurt. So they have a lot of information they need to relay to customers. And I'm just wondering if they've done it correctly or maybe if they've gone a little bit too far. So for example, on this homepage right here, you've got these clickable tabs on the top over here, and then you've got this sidebar, and then you've also got these graphics. And in my head, it's hard to distinguish what are clickable and what are not. And so that's something that I would probably want to clean up. It's too much information in a small amount of space. And I actually really like how some companies package up information into small chunks. And so I don't hate that. I think it's just a little bit too far. And in my mind, I'm thinking like, okay, which ones of these are clickable? Which ones are not? And obviously they've got this orange circle, but I didn't understand that right away. It's almost like you have to learn how to use the website before actually using it. And I'm not sure if that's a good thing because customers already have to learn how to use your product. And so if they have to first learn how to use your website in order to even use your product, that could be a barrier to entry or a barrier to actually selling. Again, I could be absolutely wrong. Maybe product engineers will have no issue learning how to use this. And this will be exactly like the documentation that they're reading on a daily basis, but only time will tell. I am telling you guys, they thought of absolutely everything. Their search is actually pretty intuitive. And so if I wanted to find something, it's actually really easy to find things. So I can search for things. They've also forgot where it was. It's this little chat bubble. I'm guessing it's like an AI helper. It's called Max or something like that. They thought of everything. And it's just interesting how they've got all this set up. So if I go to a random page, it'll bring me to their 404 page, which is, I don't know, it's really cool. And whoever thought of this, I give them props. And again, I'm so happy that they tried this because I've worked with a lot of companies that there's no way they would have approved something like this. And I don't say that to their disadvantage necessarily because a lot of them have been successful doing what they did, but is there a higher upside to doing something like this? And I think the answer is yes, but there's also more risk involved. Another thing I want to look at is the branding style of their company as a whole. So they're obviously going for this early 2000s retro vibe, whatever you want to call it. Maybe retro is not the right word, but it's almost like when you you would receive a Windows installation package. In the early 2000s, you would receive this CD, and that's kind of what they're going for, to get people to maybe remember how they felt, or maybe it's just kind of a stylistic preference. I like that they went for it, but I'm just wondering, did they go too far to the point that people won't take their company seriously? Again, there's just so much information that they need to relay to their customers, and I think they tried to do their best with what they had, and one of the ways that they could do that was using this stylistic branding, but I'm just wondering if it's too much. So if I was in their place, what I would do is first, I would have to know what the metrics are. How is this performing compared to their old website and compared to, I don't know, other websites in the industry? I would want to look at those metrics. After looking at those metrics, I think the first thing that I would do, if there were some performance issues, which I'm not saying there are, maybe it's performing amazing and they're just going to keep it and keep going on this same line of branding. But if there were performance issues, the question that I would ask is, how can I make this more intuitive upon first entering the website? Because I've been looking at, I found this website one day ago, and now that I am kind of familiar with the website and I know how things work, it's actually pretty easy to use. There isn't a whole lot that confuses me anymore, even though there still are chunks of information that I have a hard time finding. But for the most part, I understand it. And so I'm wondering, how can I make it just a little bit more intuitive without scaring them away right off the bat? And it might have something to do with these like program files right here, either getting rid of them or moving them, or just making the process of opening pages and helping people understand how the pages are open and how to close pages and how to maneuver the website. It would probably be something along those lines, just to make the process a little bit simpler. I think the final consensus is a thumbs up. You get a thumbs up from me. I love that you went for it. I love that it's different and unique, and I love that it has a distinct style. And and honestly, I hope that you guys prove me wrong with the performance thing. I hope that the metrics are actually saying that this is a super successful website and that people aren't leaving the website right away because it's too confusing. I actually hope that it's performing really well. We will see you in the next one.